Good afternoon, class. How y'all doing today? Oh, man. It has been quite the whirlwind around the Tech Talk University campus here this week or the last few weeks. As most of you guys know, we are trying to actually sell the campus, the original campus. I won't call it the main campus anymore, but we're trying to sell the original campus, and you know, some hurdles there. I see Gina Payne raid. Thank you, Rockstar Gina Payne, for the raid. I did notice that you had Roy on the screen, so I'm almost positive that Roy will be late to this because he's always late. That's why he's not one of my prize students. However, I do see a bunch of folks in here, so thank you as always. We're not going to we don't do the hellos and everything else in here because this is a class. It's a college class, so it's on the honor system for you guys to be here, so we don't take roll. But I do appreciate everybody being here. Quick update again on the on selling of the original campus. We've got the coming soon sign out in the yard. We got the air conditioner fixed in the main building on yesterday, and we've almost got everything cleaned out. Then we've got the main camp. What's going to be the main campus, which is where I've been sitting lately. This is the new main campus. It'll be moving. It'll be mobile, so we can do training sessions in person. But more importantly, we can have things like socials and get-togethers, like all good universities have, and we'll be able to do those in person, go down the road. So, well, we've already got a dozen folks in here in class, and so thank you. We are going to be talking about quite a few things today. We'll maybe try to squeeze in a channel review or two. So if you're new to Tech Talk University, a couple of quick things. Number one, the whole name of this show is actually an inside joke, and this is not a real college by any stretch of the imagination. And but we are accredited by Bob's Adventure. He is our accrediting authority as always. So we appreciate Bob giving his stamp of approval on this. So we are a nationally accredited fictitious university. There, I guess that's the best way to put it. So we're going to go a little bit deeper from last week's class. We talked a little bit about different social media platforms, and we talked a little bit about our village, and I'm not sure if we're going to hit our village today or not, but it's on the list, so we'll see how it goes. So again, at any point in time, if you actually have a question for me, and again, this is Tech Talk, so your question can be about anything tech related. It doesn't have to be about a YouTube channel or how to run a YouTube channel or social media. If you got a question about cell phones, if you got a question about internet service, you got a question about, should I even use a tire pressure monitoring system? If so, which one? Any kind of tech related questions, we cover them here. And as always, if I don't have the answer, I'll go try to find the answer for you. So if you do have a question at any time, just type the word question in all caps so it hopefully catches my eye. And then whatever your question is. So that's kind of the rules of the game. So with that said, let's get right into some social media do's and don'ts. Excuse me. And again, in no particular order. And as I'm going through these, if you have some of your own pet peeves or do's and don'ts when it comes to social media, feel free to throw them in the chat for everybody to see and share as well. This is interactive, so we want communication both ways. So with all of that said, if you are going to have a social media site on any platform and you are a content creator, you are a YouTube content creator, you need to make sure that those social media platforms are being used and updated, because if they're not, that may be, I mean, we get a lot of our YouTube followers have come to us through Instagram, for instance. That would not have happened if we didn't keep our Instagram account current, for instance. And Facebook is probably the worst offender of this, because a lot of people will create a Facebook page and then do nothing with it and just let it die on the vine. Same with your YouTube channel. If you're going to have a YouTube channel and you want it to grow, you need to put out content. And sometimes, some people say, no news is good news, and if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything. Well, if you don't have any content, you need to figure out some kind of content to put on your YouTube channel. Whatever your subject matter is, you want to post a video at least every 2 weeks. I would say weekly, but at a minimum of every 2 weeks. Once you go past 3 weeks or a month, you're probably going to start losing people. If they find a video of yours by I'm going to put that up so I can answer it. Avenger's my awesome teacher's assistant. If somebody finds your channel because they were searching for we'll use this question as a basis of an example. To figure out what their best TPMS system they should use, tire pressure monitoring system, and they find your video and they liked your video and they want to subscribe to you, but then they notice, you know what, this video is 2 years old and it's the most current video you have, so I'm not even going to waste my time subscribing to you. Or 2 months old even. So having content is key. Having current content is key. So quick squirrel segue again for all you new folks. We will squirrel all over the place all the time. Stay with us. I apologize in advance. I have depending on how you count, I've had 2 traumatic brain injuries, and so I'll squirrel all over the place. So just stick with me and hang on tight. That's all I can say. The best TPMS for my fifth wheel, wanting to get something so I can have a monitor on my dash to see all the tires. Well, what I believe is the best and what I like to use is the EEZ TPMS system, and it works great. We have a Class A motorhome, and so we have 6 tires on the motorhome, plus we tow a small SUV, so that's a total of 10 sensors. The sensors are anti-theft sensors, so you need a special tool to put them on, take them off and on. And we've had that now for close to a year and love it. I think what was it, TRT or something like that is another one that's really popular. Those and my TPMS system actually came with a booster, which if you're pulling a fifth wheel, most likely you'll probably need a booster to get the signal booster. And we haven't used it. I mean, there's been a couple of times where I've lost connection with the back tires of our tow vehicle, but it's been very rare and only for a few minutes. I'm going to put the booster up one day, because as the batteries start to go down on those sensors, they will, signal strength won't be there as good. So I'm going to put that booster up to keep that going. So that's that's my recommendation. And we also have a video on the EZ TPMS system on our YouTube channel. So that was a great question to ask, because I did a video about a month ago on it. So if you go to our channel, and you can see that video, or you can watch all of the videos on our channel. We don't mind. We don't discriminate. You can watch as many videos of ours as you like. So I hope I'm not missing any other questions. I am trying to keep an eye on the chat as I talk, so I'm not looking directly at the camera all the time. So I apologize for that bit of poor etiquette where I'm not staring at the camera like I am right now, because if I do that, I can't see the screen. And Yeah, I'm here by myself because Shelly and Kyle, our son, is actually in the house in the main campus, the original TTU campus, and they're finishing up, packing up for the day. Can you air up the tires with the sensors on? No, you have to take the sensors off, and they're not hard to take off. And I've heard some, a lot of some TPMSs have what's called is a flow through sensor where you can still put air in the tire with the sensor on. I've heard a lot of negative things about those where they leaked a lot. So that's why I chose not to go that route. But again, it's real. The tool, it doesn't take much more time to take off the sensors than it would to take off a normal end cap. I mean, maybe it takes an extra second or two, literally. So they're not hard to put off and on. And again, the nice thing about it too is, I don't know why, I've seen this on Facebook a lot. People we'll talk about TPMS systems, and a lot of people reply, well, I don't need a TPMS because I have a good tire gauge. Okay. Well, unless that tire gauge is actually plugged into that tire while you're driving down the road, it's really not going to do you any good. I guess a lot of people don't understand what a tire pressure monitoring system really does and what it's for. So let me take a moment to explain that. A TPMS is your best defense against having tire blowouts and tire related problems when you're driving down the road. The EZ tire TPMS system that we use, and I think a lot of the other ones too, they not only show you the pressure of the tires, but also the tire temperature. In RV weekends, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, it won't help you going. If you do have one plugged into if you do have a tire gauge plugged in your tire going 60 miles down the road, you're going to have other problems. By being able to monitor, and not just monitor where you have to look at, you can set the an upper and lower limit on your tire pressures, and also the temperature. So if it reaches a certain temperature or pressure, high or low, you get an alarm. So if your tires are spiking, they're getting too hot for whatever reason, could be because they're overinflated and you've got too much weight on them. So that'll call, or one of those two things. Those are the two common reasons for a tire to be hot. You'll see that on your TPMS. You can pull over to the side of the road and figure it out, or stop a blowout from happening. Conversely, if you see that you get the alarm because your pressure is going down, you got a slow leak. You can get off the road before that actually goes completely flat and starts causing damage to the tire, to the rim, etc. You'll be able to stop most of the time before you've done any damage to that tire, where maybe you just ran over a nail. You can get that tire plugged, you can get moving down the road again until you can get the tire replaced. I don't recommend using plugged tires on your RV, though. It's too much weight. Yeah, that's okay. So what, it's funny how I can see nobody else's question, but when Adventure RV Adventure puts it in, I see it. So that's just how awesome he is. But I have another video of the Ghost Stick, GOSTIK, flagpole mounting system, and it can mount between 1 and 3 flags. It uses a suction cup mount, so you can put it on any non-porous metal or glass you want. I've mounted it on the side of my RV. I've mounted it on my windshield. I've mounted all over the place. I highly recommend it. It's an American-made product, and so I go check out the video. Again, I did a video on that Ghost Stick, GOSTIK. Great company, great folks to work with. Well, Dustin, I hope you had better luck flying your drone than the last time I flew mine. Um, real quick, here we go. Here's another one. Oops. Only have tires on the Caravan. Would you need to pair up each time you hitch up? No, that's the nice thing. Um, what's I mean, like right now, like I said, we have the sensors on our SUV, which also has its own TPMS built into it, so we can, when we're driving it, we can, that came with the car, like a lot of newer vehicles do, and we have it on here. The sensors are always they're always paired. Now, the problem you would run into when you're driving, because we've done this before too, we've driven the RV somewhere, but not we didn't have the tow with us. Excuse me. So what happens in that case is you hear a beep. You just hear one beep every time it goes, because it cycles through all the tires. Is how the monitor I have works. It just cycles through each tire for a couple of seconds on the display screen. So when it gets to the tires for our tow vehicle, since they can't read them, it just gives me a beep, and it's not a loud beep. It's not an annoying beep. It's just a beep one time, and it because it can't. And that's just let me know it can't read that sensor, and it goes on to the next. Goes on to the next. So that's and thanks Justin for dropping that link. So yeah, and for those of you who are wondering why we don't have Dustin from Wayward Wags up here lately, the place where he's at has crap internet. So he will be hopefully someplace soon that has decent internet, and we can be back on the show for a while. He's not been. There's been no. He's not on double secret probation or anything like that for any wrongdoings or nefarious things he may have done that was against the university's code of ethics, no matter what you may or may not have heard. So that's how the EZ system works when it's not connected. So again, that's the nice thing about, it does do the beep every now and then, and I think you can disable that, but we are so infrequently pulling or driving the RV without the car that it doesn't really matter. So we haven't really looked into it. And I'm just looking here to make sure I didn't miss any questions. How do you live without internet? Okay, here's the problem. It's hard to live without internet, and as a YouTuber, and I know Dustin is probably feeling this right now, it's really hard because, okay, you need to upload videos, you need to maybe watch some videos too, and that's hard to do. And when you're camping someplace that has crap internet, you got to go find an upload source. You got to go find a Starbucks, a McDonald's, or whatever, or find a place where you have a decent cell signal where you can actually upload whatever video you need. And that's why it's always important as a YouTuber to have many videos already uploaded and ready to go, in case you are someplace where the internet is not good or you're just too busy to do anything. So I think right now for us, we have 3 or 4 videos already uploaded to YouTube, and I just got to turn them on. And so I don't have to do anything. I just select when I want to have them turn on, Premiere or whatever, and then go with it. So that is a pro tip from an unprofessional YouTuber right here. Just have content uploaded all the time. Roy needs to be expelled for the day. Well, I told you he was going to be late. He always is. He's that one guy. He's that guy. I love Roy, but he's that guy. I would also recommend when it comes to internet too, multiple sources of internet. And I'm not going to go down the internet trail too much, but you know, it's going to be costly. But if you're full timing, having an AT&T source and a Verizon source might be worth your while. I have a good Verizon source now. I use Visible by Verizon. I pay $25 a month. It works awesome. And then I was actually trying to buy Bix Wireless today for my AT&T solution. And sorry, I'm reading the comments. So, and we'll talk about this in a later, when I get it in, we'll talk about this later, because the modem I'm buying actually allows for 2 SIM cards. So I'll be able to put in the Visible SIM card and the AT&T SIM card, and it'll fail over between each one, or it can be bonded, which means it'll use both the AT&T and the Verizon service at the same time if they're both available. Or a third option, it can also connect to like campground Wi-Fi or any other wireless internet source. So the modem can actually take 3 different internet sources and combine them together for faster overall, or at least smoother overall performance. So looking forward to getting that in. If I can get it ordered, I'll have that in next week, but not in time for the next Tech Talk. But hopefully in a couple of Tech Talks, we'll be able to do that. And my son's getting ready to come in, so I'm just waiting for him. So that's the biggest thing about internet that you need to keep in mind, is try to keep multiple sources. And so back to the main topic again, as we scroll from one thing to the next, back to the main topic of hang on a second. How you doing? That's my son. He's awesome. There, door's closed. So, big do and don't, obviously, social media sites, use them. Use them all. Use all that you're comfortable with. If you're a new channel or you're trying to come up with a new channel, try to find a name that works across all channels. And that's you don't want to have, and I'll just use the first one I see here, Following the Yellow Brick Road. You don't want to have Following the Yellow Brick Road as your YouTube channel name, and then your Instagram being, Follow the Road, and then your Facebook page to be, the Yellow Brick Road Journey, and so on and so forth. You want your name to be your name across everything else. That way, if I want to look up Justin Christina's RV Van Life, the next one that popped up that I saw, I should be able to go into Instagram and type Justin Christina's RV Van Life. If they have an Instagram page, it'll pop up. Easy peasy. Same with Twitter, Facebook, and everything else. You want to keep them all the same. So that's, Kyle keeps bringing stuff back. So pardon the interruption. One of my favorite shows on ESPN used to be too, named Pardon the Interruption. But the other do's and don'ts are a big don't to do on any social media. Don't get into a tit for tat discussion or fight or argument with anybody who comments on any of your social media, because that's a great way to lose your subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call them, friends, whatever. So and here's a pro tip from the pro himself. Use your social media to post a picture and use hashtag RV for vets when you get your Vets to Vets United shirts. Yep, that's true. So for those of you who participated in the Vets to Vets United fundraiser, again, thank you. I'll never be able to thank you enough. No matter how you participated, whether it be through cash donations, buying a shirt, or sharing out the links or praying for us or any combination of those things. I'll never be able to thank you guys enough for helping us exceed that goal. But show your support, show your shirt, use that hashtag, and use that hashtag on Instagram, use it on Facebook, use it on YouTube, use your hashtag, use it all over the place. All right, question is okay for YouTube, but my Instagram is Riley Creative. It could work. You obviously really want it to be the exact same name. I mean, for us, that was part of our struggle with finding a name, because that was a thing we already knew going into it, that we had learned, was you wanted to have that consistent branding. So, and of course, your brand really starts with your name. So you have to have the same name across all your platforms. And we were able to do that with our Epic RV Adventure. It wasn't our favorite name that we came up with, but it was the favorite name we came up with that was available across all the major platforms, with the exception of Twitter. If you look for us on Twitter, we're not our Epic RV Adventure. We are Epic RV on Twitter. But at this point in the game, I really don't think anybody cares, because we don't get a lot of love from Twitter, and I don't give a lot of love to Twitter either. So, Facebook is kind of where we're at, along with Instagram, when it comes to outside of YouTube. So if Riley Creative Travels is available on Instagram, snag it. And of course, all this stuff is best to be done as a young channel. Like our Epic RV Adventure, we've been in business as a YouTube channel for, well, since December 9th. So whatever that math works out to be. So next week will be our 8th anniversary. Yeah. That's, hang on, I gotta answer that in a second. So that's, we're at a point now, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I think we've passed the point where if we wanted to change our name, we could, unless we got super huge, like Keep Your Daydream, tens of thousands of followers, because then we could change our name. Then everybody knows who we are anyway. They'll know the name change. It won't be confusing. So there's a small window when you're new, and then you got to wait a long time if you want to change your name for it to be effective. Now, granted, you can change your name at any time you want, but from everybody I've heard, the least pain points are when you're brand new or when you're really huge, and then you can change your name. So Nomadic Hippie always drops good questions. What do you think about business accounts and things like Instagram? We don't have a business account on Instagram. I'm not 100% familiar with how the business accounts on Instagram work. I know they exist. I just, honestly, Shelly's been the Instagram queen. So right now we are just using a regular account. So I don't know. Now, Hippie, if you got some time and you want to come up and talk about what a business account is and educate us all, just let me know and I'll drop a link and we'll bring you up, buddy. I've been trying to get you to come up here for a while anyway, so this would be a great time if you have the time. So if you have the time, let me know. I'll drop a link and then we can all learn something. And that's the cool thing I love about doing this show, is I learn a lot. You guys may think that I don't. I learn a ton from these shows. That's partially the reason why I started this. I had a little bit of knowledge of things I wanted to share, but I also knew that if I shared a little bit of the knowledge I had, that I'd get back a lot more. And I've gotten a lot more out of this than I've certainly given, and I appreciate that from all you guys. Here's always a good example right here. Look at all the big RVs channels, other social media platforms, and use it as a template. See what kind of hashtags they are using, how often they're posting, bios, etc. Yeah, exactly. And the joke is, all right, Nippy, one of these days I'm going to catch you when you're not driving. you know, that's what we did when we started our channel. We looked at a bunch of big channels, you know, looked at, you know, how their channel was formatted, how the channel looked, you know, when you're just looking at YouTube, what kind of tags they used, what kind, you know, all that stuff as a template. And then we just grew from there. Um, okay. I did not know that. Yeah. So again, the wheel has already been invented multiple times on all social media platforms for content creators, whether that be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. There are a lot of people on all those platforms who've made a lot of money using that one platform exclusively. So there are, and all of them took a little bit different tack. That's why there's no, this is, if somebody ever tells you this is the way to get, you know, monetized on YouTube and make a lot of money on YouTube. If anybody tells you this is the way and they give you a straight line, run, because all it's a straight line for them to make money, because they're going to tell you how to make, they're going to tell you what that straight line is after you've paid them, you know, $500 or $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. Uh, Really, the way to make, we'll just say, social media millionaire is great content, relevant content, and popular content. You can make great videos about earthworms, but unless there's a huge audience for great videos about earthworms, you're not going to make any money. Now, again, you got to be careful too. Do you want to make money or do you want to have fun? You know, what do you want to do? Because you can make a lot of money, but you may have to compromise your principles or your beliefs or your maturity to make a lot of money on social media. You know, there's people out there that have made a lot of money, and their whole shtick is having people kick them between the legs or hit them between the legs. You know, okay, that's funny when you're 5 and 12, but you know, I'm not doing it. So just be, you know, do you, and if it makes money, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Just don't go into it expect to make money. Go into it expect to make, because this is one thing I promise you. I promise you, you will make on YouTube if you are faithful to your your followers, your subscribers. And one thing you will make is friends. And you can't put a price on good friendships. If you come to YouTube to make a lot of money, good luck. Most likely you're going to be disappointed. I mean, there's what, a million videos or whatever crazy number it is that get uploaded to YouTube every minute or every day. So the odds of you being the next YouTube superstar with millions of followers are extraordinarily low. You have a better shot at getting struck by lightning. So keep that in mind. What we got here? Do you know anything about YouTube brand accounts? I have a new channel that is linked to my email address. Which should I change? Which I should change at some point. Yeah, you should. We talked a little bit about this last week as well. With you really want your YouTube channel to be about whatever your like ours, Our Epic RV Adventure. So that's our YouTube channel name. And we created a completely separate Google account for that. So it has its own email address, ourepic.rvadventure@gmail.com. If you look at like almost every one of the content creators in this room and follow that same model, where if not in the very beginning, they've eventually switched over to it, where they've switched to the brand account where, you know, it's it's its own thing. You don't want your personal name as part of your YouTube or any of your social media platforms name. You want, because your brand is your channel name. Like our brand is Our Epic RV Adventure. So that's what I want spread out all over the place. I don't want Michael and Shelly and Talon spread all over the place, because there's tons of Michaels and Shellys. There's only one Talon. But so Our Epic RV Adventure is what we want spread out there. That's our brand. And just like with any other brand, and a great example of brands are, look at any sports team, college or pro, and you can recognize a lot of them simply by the color schemes. Like if I threw up two random colors, say silver and black, what would you think of? I just threw up a swath of silver and black. What would you think of? What sports team, college or pro, any sport? If I say silver and black. Now I got to wait for the chat to catch up. Or did it freeze? There we go. Colorado Buffaloes, the Raiders. Yeah, exactly. If I said scarlet and silver, or red and silver, whatever, you may say Ohio State or Alabama, whatever, So everybody had, and if I threw up a logo of any sports team, most of you, or a logo of products, you would recognize those. Hey, the Brazen Bridge just showed up. So what you want is to make sure you are sticking with the whole branding theme across all of your social media platforms. If you go to our Facebook page, you're going to see the same teal and white that you see around here. You're going to see the same logo that you see right here. You're going to see this too on our Instagram, etc. That's everywhere. That's our brand. That's our logo, and it makes us more recognizable. Yeah, Papa Drew gave a lot better answer than I did on the brand account. So thanks, Drew. Didn't know you were here, buddy. But appreciate the backup as always. And we talked a little bit about this last week too. You got to get away from it, and I know a lot of people start out with, well, I created a video, so I already have a Google account, so I just dropped it on the default YouTube, that I have because I have a Google account. And then you start growing from there, and next thing you know, you're like, well, you know what? Maybe the channel name shouldn't just be my name. Maybe, there's very few people out there that actually works for that that weren't celebrities in other areas first. So you want your channel name to reflect a couple of things. Reflect what you're talking about, what you're doing. Somebody looks at Our Epic RV Adventure. Well, hopefully they think that, well, this is a channel that's going to be about RVing, RV adventures. There's a dog driving the RV, so they got a dog. So that, already just by looking at our logo, you can make some assumptions about who we are and what we're about. Now, we need to make sure that logo matches what we're actually doing, which is just what it says. We're RVing, we got a dog, and we're having adventures. So keep that constant across all of your social media platforms. Don't switch up and have one logo on one platform and a different logo on the other, because then it gets confusing because people don't know if that's actually you or somebody else. Because there's a lot of people, Miami, there's a lot of people that have similar or the same channel name. And make sure your channel name is something that's actually easy to find, and again, makes sense for what you're doing. I just looked down at Papa Drew's RV. Okay, guy's name is Papa Drew, and he has an RV. Real simple, makes it understandable. I know if I want us to look at stuff about RVs, I could go to Papa Drew RV, has stuff about RVs. Nomadic Hippie, I look at that, and I'm just going down the list here. Nomadic Hippie, okay, he's a nomad. So he's wandering all over the place, and he's a hippie. Okay, so that makes sense. That sounds interesting. I'm going to go check it out. Now, Hitch Up and Tow is another one. Well, from the RV community, that's really easy to figure out. Okay, this is a channel that they hitch up their RV and they tow it and they go places, and I want to watch their videos. Now, if your channel name is Bob Smith, I don't know. What's Bob Smith about? Do I even care? Do I want to waste my time looking? Maybe, maybe not. So, Griswold Family Vacay. That's probably the best channel name, or one of the best channel names ever, because everybody loves the Griswold Family Vacation. So Brazen Brits, we made our logo. Hang on. Made our logo in case we didn't like RV, and that was done because we were totally addicted. So that's true. So again, as we scroll back, again, you stick with me long enough, we'll get back to what we were talking about for a minute ago. Never get into fights, for lack of a better term, with people on social media. When you link everything to your personal social media, then you got to be really careful, because now, to use Bob Smith as the example, okay, if I'm following Bob Smith on Facebook and he makes some kind of rant about something that I don't believe in, okay, well, now I'm going to be turned off by this, even if I like the video he put out about cleaning his black tank. But because I don't like his political views, I'm going to stop watching them. A lot of people are like that. I'm not saying hide your political views or religious views or anything like that. I'm just saying those are your personal views. Your channel is something else. I make no secret about my personal views, my religious views at all. And I know that turns some people off, and I'm okay with that. But at the same time, it's what I say on my personal social media is different than our Epic RV Adventure, because one's a personal message from me, the other one is our brand and what we want to communicate as a channel, and they're two different things. I mean, I've owned a few small businesses in my time. The business represented this. I represented this. I don't want it to sound like I'm compromising principles, because I'm not. But in business, you have to do things one way. In your personal life, you have a lot more free reign. So that's all I'm trying to say. But when you fight with people on Facebook, or even worse, comments in your own YouTube video, that will turn people off. It just will. Some people, even if they agree with your side of the argument, it will turn people off because you're arguing with a follower. And again, I'm just throwing out do's and don'ts that I've been told and that I believe. And and I look at our YouTube channel as more of a business than anything else, is that we conduct ourselves a certain way over there. Now, if you would like to have a discussion because you didn't agree with something, I'll give you a great example. I had, we did a live stream a couple of weeks ago, real short live stream, just announced the total that we raised for Vets to Vets United, and that we exceeded the total, and to thank everybody for helping. It was a real quick, short video and our live stream. I got 2 thumbs down. So I got 2 thumbs down on a video that was raising money for a veterans charity that we exceeded the goal from. Now, who would give that a thumbs down? Well, 2 people. I would love to have a discussion with either one of those 2 people. Never Shelley. I would love to have a discussion about either one of those 2 people as to why they chose to give me a thumbs down. Now, I didn't get any negative comments on that video, but I mean, I don't know. I get thumbs down on other videos all the time, and I'm cool with that. It's all good. But when you're raising money for a charity and you exceed your goal, what's not to love, or at least like? Thumbs up. Thomas Jordan says bots. No, I don't think so. So, I would love to have that conversation, but if somebody would have made a comment in the video that was negative about the video, or negative about, what we were doing in that video, as far as, being, I don't know, somebody who was anti-military, for instance, I would not engage with them in the comments. I would thank them for their comment, maybe depending on how ugly it was, or I would delete the comment. And a lot of people say never delete comments, but if I don't appreciate the comment, or the comment was rude or off color, I'll delete it. I have not deleted very many comments ever, unless they were like, out and out spam, like links to porn sites, or please be my friend kind of comments, and from obvious and known bots. But I will engage in conversation with anybody over the phone, text message, email, whatever. But nobody wants to pull up a video and see, or even worse, a Facebook post and see 40,000 comments, and really it's just 2 people just going back and forth like 2 little kids. Nobody wants to see that. And again, here we go. Itch up and toe, always the wise words. If you don't like it, don't watch it. So let's segue a little bit now and let's talk about that thumbs up and thumbs down on Facebook, or the litany of choices you have on YouTube, excuse me, or the litany of choices you have on Facebook for thumbs up, thumbs down, smiley face, angry, hearts, whatever. It's interaction. So you giving somebody a thumbs down, unless that person is really personally irritated by getting a thumbs down, is not going to have any effect on anything. Especially 2 thumbs down compared to, say, 50 or 60 thumbs up. It's going to make no difference. YouTube looks at it as an interaction, and that you cared enough to actually vote one way or the other. So, if you're one of the people out there that find it necessary to thumbs down people's videos because you're upset with them personally, or something equally childish, just understand that what you're doing doesn't really affect anybody. And it doesn't affect their channel's performance either. Matter of fact, it may actually help it because you're showing interaction with the channel in that video. And I'm just trying to keep up in the comments either. Now, I will say this. I don't know why anybody ever does a thumbs down. I've given a few videos a thumbs down. And this is my criteria for giving a thumbs down on a video. if you've baited me with a thumbnail or a title that you're going to do or say something, then I watch your whole video and you don't even come close to doing or saying whatever it was you were implying in that video. So in other words, I got baited and then you pulled the switch. I'll give you a thumbs down. And I'll probably give you a comment too saying, you know, nice bait and switch, something like that. I don't know. Probably not. There's someone that gives their channels a thumbs down. Yeah, and there are people out there that's what they do. And again, I'm not going to rant or rave about that. It's just that, you know, people do what people do. People pick fights on social media. You know, whatever. My suggestion is just rise above and remember, have fun on YouTube. Ignore the stupid crap that happens. Just have fun. Make your videos. Interact with your followers. Have a good time. Because here's that. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. You know, I can look back and say 10 years from now, I can look back at the, you know, $100s of dollars I've made off of YouTube and in the next 10 years. I can look back at that $100 and say, wow, man, that was really worth all the mental anguish I put myself through because I stressed over everybody's mean comment or everybody's thumbs down, or every time somebody sent me an email saying they were going to unsubscribe from me because they didn't like my latest video. Or I could just have a good time, meet people, enjoy life, and not stress over it. Because at the end of the day, I'm still only going to make $100 over the next 10 years on YouTube. So that's you always got a thumbs down. Offer them a sticker and it stopped. Oh, that's good. That's good. And me trying to. I may have missed some stuff here in the comments, so I apologize. Let me look real quick. Again, if anybody does have any questions, just type in the word question in all caps, so I might be able to see it, and then type in whatever your question is. Oops. There we go. I see a majority of YouTubers have channel stickers and Teespring. Would stickers be a base minimum? Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of successful YouTube channels out there that don't have stickers. I will say this about stickers. We have stickers. And there's a whole thing on Instagram about sticker swapping. So if you get into it, be prepared to spend some money. I mean, not just on the stickers. Stickers aren't that expensive. Actually, I think the stickers are the cheapest part of the whole equation. The postage stamp will cost you more than the sticker, I think, and especially if you're mailing overseas. And so do you need stickers to have a successful YouTube channel? No, but they help. And what we're starting to do for us is, we're starting to get a little bit out of the sticker swap game, mainly because we don't have a place to put everything. And I mean, when I say getting out of the sticker swap game, I mean if some random YouTube channel or Facebook or Instagram or whatever contacts us and say, hey, do you want to swap stickers? I'm probably going to say no. Now, if somebody who's been commenting on my videos, watching our stuff, showing up in live streams, and I just, ask for a sticker, wants to swap stickers, I will probably say yes. But for the random, I don't know you, you don't know me people, we're slowing down on the sticker swap. It's just time consuming and expensive to maintain. And what we've also done is we have two different stickers, which I have right here. And I think, yep, we have this guy. And again, we get our stickers from Sticker Mule. There's a link in the description of this video and all of our videos for I think it's a discount code. That's the sticker you get in the mail if we do a sticker swap. Now, if we meet you in person, I'm going to show you this because it's on Shelly's cup. We give you this beauty holographic sticker. So we have a different sticker we give you if we meet you in person. And we do that for one simple reason. I got a deal on these holographic stickers, and I thought they were cool. But we wanted to do something different with them than just mail them out to people because they are more expensive than the regular stickers. And so we figured, what better way, what better to do with those than to give them to people we actually meet. So the only way you get the holographic sticker is for me or Shelly or Talon to actually hand it to you physically. That's it. That's the only way. And yeah, never received the Mega Channel sticker. We didn't mail you one? So again, that's how we handle stickers. It's a good way to build up, a following, a loyalty, but it can get out of hand rather quickly. Our big board, which we haven't shown in a long time, is full of stickers, and I just happen to have a box right here. Talk about getting out of hand quickly. Stickers we've gotten in the mail over the last like 2 or 3 weeks. Well, those aren't stickers. These aren't stickers, but this is a picture of us at Disney with my son and daughter with Peter Pan and crew and Talon. They love Talon. But we have a ton of stickers we've gotten from people, and we have no place to put them. And I'll be honest with you, and if you watched our videos when we do open mail for our stickers, a lot of times I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. And Shelly will say, oh, they're Instagram. Okay. And that's cool. That's cool that you're an Instagram channel, an Instagram only channel. Because we love Instagram. We get, like I said, we get a lot of good, we get a lot of subscribers and stuff to our YouTube channel from Instagram. But if we don't know who you are, not to be ugly, but I want, let's meet, let's talk. Hitch up and tow. Never say never, my friend. Never say never. I have never been to the UK. Been to Europe quite a few times. I've never been to the UK, but you never know. And there's no reason why you can't come over to this side of the pond too. And I'm just looking through the comments again. So again, I would say this, probably more important than a sticker, is a business card. And I don't think I have. Oh, one more sticker from a fan that we got. So, yeah. And they bugged me to death for a sticker too. One other thing, we're getting ready to redo our business cards. But here's our business card. I think these are probably more important than stickers to some degree, because you can hand these out, you can leave them at places, and what we have on this, we have a QR code on ours, so you just scan that QR code, it takes you right to our YouTube page. Easy peasy. I got to go check that out. Does that mean you need another one? Um, and it all goes to branding. I mean, I don't have it here now, but I mean, I've got a hat. Well, we have hats that have our logo on them. We got T-shirts with our logo on them. We've got jackets with our logo on them, and that is the way to bring attention to your channel. Especially like, say, I don't know, you're in an RV show. Most RV shows have very little. Not many RV YouTube channels attend RV shows. This is a time where I wish there wasn't that 20, 30-second lag, because I know there's going to be a lot of people laughing when they hear that. Actually, there's at most RV shows nowadays, it seems to be nothing but YouTube channels. People walking around like this all the time, and which we're going to talk about this in just a minute too. But dropping, when I say drop your cards, I don't mean drop them on the ground, and I don't mean litter, but I mean put your cards in places where people will let you. And some businesses, especially if you develop some sort of relationship with the business, they may let you leave their card on their table at the RV show. So that's a good way to get people to find out who you are. Arsenal Road wants to know what a QR code is. Okay, a QR code. No, I'll bring the card out again. You've probably seen, get it to focus. That's that code. Yeah, that's that big black blodge there under Our Adventures. And you scan that with a smartphone, and it reads that code, and it will pull up. Well, that particular code will pull up our YouTube channel. You can get it to pull up. You can get QR codes to pretty much go do a lot of things. But that's how we use it for. And we actually did it by accident. We get our stickers from Vistaprint. I mean, our stickers. I'm sorry. We get our business cards from Vistaprint, and that was just one of the options. Do you want to put a QR code on there? And we're like, yeah. And then you just type in the link that you want that QR code to be for, and they create the code for you and put it on the card. Just that easy. And they put it on the cards in a yard sign. Now, I have seen this, and this was brilliant. I don't remember who I've seen it, and it may be you guys. I don't know, but I've seen people that have a yard sign, and we'll talk about yard signs in a second. But the QR code is like this big. So if you're driving by, you can just hold your phone and it'll read it. You don't have to be right up on it. You could be probably 8 feet away and read it off your phone. Wow, there's thunder going on here. We had some bad rain earlier. So somebody driving by your RV or whatever, they don't have to get out of the car. They see that QR code, they can just scan it and check you guys out. So that's a great idea. On our slide, and if you've seen it in some of our videos, our front slide here, right here, has our state map of where we traveled, and right above that has our logo about yay big, as a vinyl sticker we got. And we actually have 2 of them, and we're going to be putting the other one on the backside slide. So yeah, you can't see it going down the road, but I don't like putting stickers on paint. I never have. As a kid, my first car, I wouldn't put bumper stickers or anything on paint. So that's just an aversion of mine. So we'll put the stickers on front and back, because we noticed because when we got the big vinyl decal back in January, they actually gave us 2 for the price of 1, which was really nice of them. And it was a company in Eustis, Florida, that did them, and we couldn't figure out what to do with the second one, so it's just been laying around. And then a couple of weeks ago, we realized that anybody driving, because we were in a pull-through slot, and anybody who drove behind us, they wouldn't see it, so they wouldn't know. So we're gonna put that one on there, and then we'll be good to go. So the yard sign I don't see as much of as I think you probably should. We don't have a yard sign, but we probably will get one. And the yard sign is just that, it's just, and for those of you who've been to any campground, you've seen, people that have a sign in their, by their RV in their spot that either, has just, flags on it, decorative flags, or, firefighter, police, military affiliations, whatever, or it may just be a, the Smiths established, 2001, sign. So the yard sign is, excuse me, the yard sign, for a YouTuber or Instagrammer or whatever, content creator, so get it like that, is, there we go, is just that you've got your logo out there. I think the first one I saw that I can think of off the top of my head was Nomadic Fanatic, not Nomadic Hippie, Nomadic Fanatic. Eric has a yard sign he puts out in front of his RV wherever he parks, and I've seen other YouTubers that do that as well. I don't know if anybody here. I know Traveling Down to Bastards has one, but I don't know if anybody else here has one. Quick question: can you put a QR code on a sticker? Absolutely can. You certainly can. You just got to be careful. I mean, if you look at our logo, there's really not a good place to put the QR code without making it big, because the QR code has to be big enough for your phone to read it. And since I got this sticker laying here too, there's not really a good place to put a QR code on here. But it just depends on your logo and how it works. You might be able to do that. Okay, I got the cards. We get our business cards. We've gotten business cards for years from Vistaprint. We could probably have some sort of affiliate link for them, but we never looked into doing that. So just go to vistaprint.com. Very, very inexpensive to do, and they do really quality work. The stickers we get from Sticker Mule. I do have an affiliate link below for Sticker Mule. And then the cool thing about Sticker Mule is they have a lot of different kinds of stickers. But once you sign up for them, they're going to start sending you emails unless you opt out. I recommend you do not opt out of those emails. Let Sticker Mule send you promotions, because those holographic stickers we got, the reason we got them, because it was like $20 for 50 of them. And they're normally $75 for 50 or something like that. So that's why we got them. And now that we got them, I love them. The regular vinyl stickers. Now these are, and yeah, I'll bring this back out. Now the stickers, if you've gotten one of these stickers from us, this is actually our second logo. But if you've gotten one of these stickers, this is vinyl die cut. So this is weather resistant, die cut, and it's just awesome quality work. And I think they were like $20 for 100 is what we bought. We bought them, and it was again on a Sticker Mule deal. And just looking. Yeah, okay. So again, that all rolls in. And so the answer to the other part of that question was, do you need a Teespring account? Number one, I'd say don't even mess with Teespring. Teespring's expensive. Should you have a swag store? Yes. There are other options out there. The one we use, which I learned about from Papa Drew and Wayward Wags, is a link in the description below on all of our videos to our swag shop. You can just click on that link, and then you can create your own swag shop. It doesn't cost you anything to do it, but their prices seem to be the best, and the quality is really good. I know Drew's gotten some stuff from them that he's actually ordered. We haven't ordered anything from them yet to check out ourselves. And then make your swag shop. You can pick whatever items you want on it, and you can also pick how much money you want to make off those items. For again, like I said, with Teespring, the quality looked decent, but they were just way too expensive for me. If you want to have your name finalized, word advice, like you've heard from Michael as well, make sure you can register. Yeah. Really, the first thing for us, the first thing, this is the way I recommend it, and I think other people recommend it as well. Come up with a name first. Don't try to come up with some sort of logo or design. Come up with a name. The name is the hardest thing to come up with, and depending on what your name is, that will drive your logo designs and things like that. So if you're going about making a logo, then now you got to come up with a name that fits the logo or the style you've made. So it's better to come up with a name and then figure out a style that for it. Just to go in that way. Um, yeah, and yeah, Spreadshirt is the name of the is a shop that Wags and Papa Drew uses, and we use. We did set up a Teespring shop originally, and it's still there, but man, the prices were just outrageous compared to the Spreadshirt and pretty much anybody else. And let's see, what's the other thing Vanderbilt is saying? Um, Want to make sure people can find you on all social media, even if you don't set those up till later. Yeah, and here's the thing too. Oops, I'm getting deleted. Again, like I said before, once you set up with a name, you have to go ahead and get your name set up on all of social media. You can't wait. And I would also recommend looking at having a domain name for a website. Um, that's only like 10 or 12 bucks a year to have that, so that's not super expensive. And the reason is because if you wait, somebody else may take that name either intentionally or unintentionally. So if we'd waited even a day to set up the Our Epic RV Adventure Facebook page, it may have been gone. Odds are it wasn't, but you never know. It could be. And once it's gone and you devoted all this time because you created your YouTube channel and you worked and worked and worked and worked and worked to make your YouTube channel look like you want it, and then you go set up an Instagram account, and then you work and work and work and work and work on it to make sure it's like you want it, and then you go to Facebook and do the same thing. Well, you could be talking months, and by that time somebody else could have taken those names. So set up all the accounts one fell swoop. As a matter of fact, the way we did it is Shelly was on one computer, I was on another, and it was like, okay, you do Instagram. Once we figured out, we had all the tabs open, and she was checking Instagram and Facebook, and I was doing YouTube and Twitter or whatever the combination was. Once we found a name that worked across all of them that we liked, we said, okay, let's do it. And we started with YouTube, and we went to Facebook, and then we went to Instagram. We were switching back and forth with. She would do one, I would do the other, so we'd get it done quicker. Because you're talking about worldwide, people have access to all this stuff. So worldwide, all the billions of people in the world could take that name. So don't wait, get it set up, and then put something on there, even if it says under construction coming soon. But if you're going to put an under construction coming soon in, put a date on it. Not necessarily a date when it's going to be launched, but a date when that message is out there. Because I've seen a lot of stuff that says under construction coming soon, and I'll go back 6 months later and it still says that, and I'm thinking, well, how long has this been under construction? So if you just put like today, hey, the 30th of June, under construction, check back with us soon, or something like that, then people know, okay, even if they look at it in 2 weeks, okay, this is only 2 weeks old, so you're good. Yep. And the other thing, especially no matter what community you're in, is you can join most Facebook groups. You can join as your page. So like we have an Our Epic RV Adventure page, and we have joined many RV related groups as that page. So whenever I go and somebody asks a question like, well, the most common one is what's the best RV, or I need internet for my RV. What are my best options? I'll go on there and say, well, visible via Verizon. I'll give a little spiel, and then I'll put a link to our video if it's allowed in that group. If it's not allowed in that group, I'll just give the spiel without the link, and they say, "Oh, that came from Our Epic RV Adventure." And what happens when somebody answers your question that you have on a Facebook group or whatever, and they give you a great answer that you love? You're like, who is this person? Well, that's not even a person, that's a page. Let me click on that page. Oh, wow, okay, they do all this stuff. That looks cool. So now I'm going to click on the link they have in their About section, which is to their YouTube channel. So the next thing you know, that one comment I've made about about internet for your RV, I now picked up on Facebook, is giving me a YouTube subscriber that's actually watching my videos. So that's how all of that can work in, the perfect scenario. That's how it works. You just roll all the way across, and by using, your page as the sender of information when you're commenting on other people's pages, and that includes if you're watching other people's videos, watching the KYDs of the world, and things like that, and you make a comment on their videos. Matter of fact, that the YouTube training that Happy Place Dyers and I went through a couple months ago with Think Media, that was one of the things they highly recommended was get your, when a bigger channel posts a video and you get that notification, try to be one of the first ones on there to make a good, solid, meaningful comment on it. Because if you're one of the first ones to comment, most people will see that when they actually go look at the video and look at comments. And if it's a really good, meaningful comment, the odds are the creator also saw that because it's early on. They haven't got the other 300 or 400 comments, and then they may engage back with you. And the next thing you know, that could lead into a collaboration of some sort where that helps your channel grow. So it's all about getting out there and in making connections, networking. And let me see here. We got any other questions? Yeah, this kind of happened to me earlier. Anybody run ads? Yeah, the monetized channels run ads. Now, if you're not monetized, you can do, you can make your own ads in your own videos if you have products that sponsors are willing to pay you to promote, and people do that all the time. So I'm just reading the comments here again. Sorry. But those are few and far between, especially for smaller channels. Not many companies are going to go to a channel with even less than 1,000 subscribers and say, "Hey, I really want you to push this product for us," because if you've got, like I'll say, we've got 900 subscribers, give or take. There's not going to be many companies going to say, "Hey, we really want you to promote this product to your 900 subscribers, and your videos are getting a couple hundred views each, so we want you to promote this product to 200 people." You're not going to get that very often. Now, you could. Yeah, having a website is a great. Yeah, we have a website. I've kind of given it up a little bit, but I've got it set up to where it automatically updates whenever we drop a new YouTube link, so it's not stale per se. And it might be, is networking important? Networking is very important, but I'll tell you what's more important and what gets lost to a lot of people is if all of your followers, and we'll just stick with the RV YouTube community just to make it smaller. If all of your followers are fellow content creators, a lot of them are probably going to drop you like a rock as soon as you stop watching their stuff. So they're watching your stuff because you're watching and commenting on their stuff. So it's a trade-off. Not everybody, but a lot. So, but networking is important to, and this follows up here. Should you collaborate with bigger channels or channels your size? It depends on your audience. And this rolls into the previous thing that Hippie was talking about. Um, if if I collaborate with I'll give a great example here. If I collaborate with who am I thinking about? Traveling down the banisters just popped up. Most of his subscribers are probably my subscribers because we're in the same community. It would, I mean, he has more traveling down the banisters. They have more subscribers than us. But there may not be much of a benefit because the same people watching and commenting their videos are the same people watching and commenting on our videos for the most part. So there wouldn't be much of a, in that case, it wouldn't be much of a, benefit to either one is from a growth perspective. So where you obviously will see the most growth potential is, you see, and I know this one thing. Hippie knows the answers to all these questions. He's just feeding me, and I appreciate that because and these are great questions that people probably aren't even thinking to ask. So I really appreciate that. But if you collaborate with a bigger channel, that doesn't necessarily always work out in your favor either. But you have a better potential. But the key to a good collaboration is good content, good quality, and you have fun doing it. And at the end of the day, that's really, again, it goes back to that. If it's a chore, if it's work, if it's just so stressful, then the collaboration is not worth it, no matter what the potential benefits are from subscribers and views and so on and so forth goes. All right. Meant running YouTube ads on your channel to gain more followers. Oh, okay. I thought that's what you meant because I saw Traveling Down the Banister's response to that. And I'll throw that up here right now. I actually talked to him in person about this in Florida because he was running the ads at the time we were there, and I asked him, how was it going? He had a credit from GoDaddy for some Google AdSense and used it up, and it didn't go well. And so I think if I remember correctly, you got a lot of views on that one video, but they were really short views. So it killed the analytics on that video, and you really didn't get a lot of subscribers, if I remember how that worked out for you correctly. Now, if you have an awesome video, and I don't remember what video you guys were using, so I'm not trying to say your video wasn't good or anything. But if you have an awesome video that connects with people, and there's two different kinds of awesome videos. There's the awesome video that doesn't connect and the ones that do connect. And I've made what I thought was, well, I've never made an awesome video, but I made some videos I thought would really connect that didn't. And then I made some videos I thought had no shot of connecting, and they connected like crazy. So I don't know the rhyme or reason for that, but we have, but if you have a great video with great content that's kind of short, that might be a good candidate for an ad that may be beneficial. It just depends. Yeah, I think you could collaborate. I mean, you could collaborate with a knitting channel. Now the benefits really depend. I mean, if the channel is a lot, let's say you're collaborating with, a 3 million subscriber knitting channel. That's probably going to get some views your way. And maybe some of those are, interested in your content, and so you'll get subscribers. So it could work. But again, it just depends on, I think it depends on the channel size of who you're collaborating with when it comes to different communities that really aren't related in any way, shape, or form. So What do you mean by collaborate? That's two channels getting together and making a video together. We've done that a couple of times. If you look at our Mexican quarantine video, that was a collaboration with Ace and Amanda over at Two Dove Nation. And then they also did a video, Two Dove Nation did, where they had a lot of channels involved about 2DN News. So go check out Two Dove Nation for those videos. The quarantine video, they have one part, we have the other part. All right, so we are up against it. Traveling down the banisters, are you doing a live, my friend, after this? I did not get a chance to look before we started. Oh, are you going live at 7? That's what it says. Are you going live at 7? Because your link says you're going live at 7. So that's an hour. Waiting for that. So as we're waiting for confirmation on that, traveling down the banisters, links getting ready to pop up here one way or the other. They may or may not be coming on next, but go check them out. Either way, go click on the link. Maybe you just put in the wrong time. And again, thank you guys for watching. We are this has been a good one. I appreciate it. Oh, we are on at 7 today. Maybe going later. Okay. Well, I don't think anybody's coming up next. I'm not going to run any further. But thank you guys for showing up. We got a lot of cool stuff we're going to talk about next week. And we're going to be talking about not what, but where is going to be kind of different. So hopefully we'll see you guys in class next Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to find out updates on how our house is selling and how our downsizing is going, we're going to be posting a video about that probably tomorrow. And we'll talk more about it on our live stream Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Thank you guys for showing up. We love you. God bless. Class is dismissed. Have a good day.